you on me straight away.
And it's showtime.
Hello, good evening, welcome everybody.
Hi everyone.
Good evening and welcome.
Unfortunately, Hannah's not with us tonight, so it's just myself, Steve, and Sue's joined us. So there's a few of us. That's us three tonight, but obviously Hannah's not here. Got all our notifications at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, most of them.
So yeah, good evening and welcome. Slight change to our normal hunt today. Unfortunately, we've got, well, not unfortunately, we've got two 50p bags to go through. Steve, if you remember, got a full bag of Britannia, £2. So we're just doing two 50p coin hunts tonight. Well, I should say Steve is, because I have 20 coins. So that's pretty much where we're up to. Please, obviously, all visit Steve's site. Obviously, advertise at the bottom of the screen. Well, obviously, he's got lots of coins, etc., available for all to have a look at and purchase. He's got a lovely £2 coin guide as well.
So you go, mate. Send a quickie
yourself already.
Streamline there. So say shout out to Alison, Fiona, Lorna, Raftree, David Lister, Luke, I don't know, and Big Flip Coins. Welcome one and all. And Will. Will.
Okay, take some painkillers, darling.
Kate.
Just give me your love.
Scott, you're under a thumb. Sorry, that's a poor pun.
That's a poor thumb, yeah, I know. I can see Sue's fillings.
Who can? Who can see my fillings?
Have you got fillings?
I've got fillings, but I ain't got my mouth open, so I'd like to say you can see my mouth. You can see my teeth.
I don't know.
Who said that?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you do. Said it. Come on.
No, it doesn't matter. Right then.
Right,
So-
when you cough up, you just said they can see my fillings.
I can't see your fillings.
I ain't got my mouth open.
I had feelings.
I can't see the comment either, so I think it's
It's not- it was a text.
Was it Ian?
It was a text message.
Was it Ian?
I'm not commenting who it was.
You are?
Someone just said they could see
I
fillings.
need to grab your phone.
You grab the nuts as well. That's not going to happen.
Ian Lambert.
When she was chewing toffee.
Oh, I was chewing some chicken, yeah. It was in my tooth.
Ah, was
So
it?
it probably was.
Hugs to Katie.
Hugs to you.
There you go.
Not toffee. Which one was it then?
She was eating her chicken. She had a bit of chicken between her teeth, so she was digging it out, and she must have.
I
checked her
had
fillings.
we did. Well, I did it. A grilled chicken with bacon wrapped in wrap. Can't speak tonight about round it.
HMS.
Yeah, we're a bit
Who's
zombified. I still only had about 3.5 hours sleep last night.
I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Like
So,
being at a nightclub, but you know.
Yeah, because of course I dropped Sue off with Katie because I couldn't go in due to COVID, etc. So I dropped her off,
Who was manic?
and then I was waiting then for a phone call to pick her up. And of course I stayed on Ian's till about 2 o'clock, and then just stayed up, kept nodding slightly off a little bit, and then finally got a phone call to pick her up at 20 to 5. So
So many kids crying.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
yeah, lovely.
Got a free cup of coffee though.
When I kept on doing a shuttle run with Louis because of his tonsillitis, and I used to just pull up in a car somewhere and have a snooze in the car until he messaged me again.
I should, to be honest with you, I should have thought about that. I should have done the same. But I had Ollie. Obviously, we had all four of us when we dropped her off. But I should have done that. Thinking about it, if I had stayed in the car with Ollie, we could have actually had quite a good night's sleep. But I was quite lucky because I managed to get the day off work, so that wasn't so bad.
You should
But
have gone in with
I tried to go back to bed. I couldn't sleep. So,
I curl up on the sofa. I always sleep better on the sofa than I do in the bed anyway. So.
yeah, I've just been pottering about all day trying to keep myself occupied because otherwise my mind switches off, and then you can feel yourself dozing off. Do you know what I mean? So
You don't get a chance to do that.
I'll sleep well tonight. That'd be quite nice.
Can't do that.
My mind switches off on a daily basis when I'm still awake. So yeah.
There are some people that have been there 7 hours.
But the question is, has Katie learned her lesson not to use sharp scissors and cut her thumb?
Yes.
Just ground.
There we go.
You're grounded from
scissors.
full stop. Anything sharp, what do you think of it?
Anything sharp, she can no longer touch
Do
it.
you know you could have,
That's different.
You could have easily dropped your scissors on your foot. What have you done? Give your scissors footless.
Right, mate. Do you want to turn your camera on? Let's.
Yeah,
put you-
just get my contraption lined up. So.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
That was a bit wrong.
No, that's his phone holder, Katie.
It doesn't look in it.
It's a phone holder
I
that
could
holds
do
his
with that.
telephone.
I could do with that fun.
That fan while you have it hot. It's very warm in here. Is
Oh,
it warm where you are, mate?
Yeah, it's been overcast all day, but warm.
Muggy. That horrible, clammy, sticky feeling.
Oh, no, I've been sitting in the garden reading my books. So.
It was cold in there. At 3 o'clock in the morning.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't there. I was on the sofa waiting for you to phone me.
I was with 6 people.
Yeah.
And there weren't many.
Oh, well.
Let's get a camera.
Maybe I should have been.
Judith says take care. Hi, Judith.
Maybe I should have been.
I'm happy.
Maybe I should have been in the waiting room with all those.
The nurses were nice. One off the feet, though. Blimey, were they busy. I'm not busy in the adult bit.
I think that's a nice place. Oh, before I get the coins out,
Hey, Andrew.
got my half-ounce one arrived last week. This one arrived today, which is the full ounce.
It's gone a little bit funny again.
That's it. That sounds a little. Bad timing.
Like that.
There's Nelly from Spade Love Meat.
Yeah, you were born? Oh, seven.
So, because you got the other one, haven't you? The first one that was released. That's the second one, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
am I assuming that the actual they go in as like one? So one's like
First one says that says 07, the other one will just have a gunner thing on it, but all the kind of pictures as well. But when you order the 3, then you get the supposedly like some form of frame to hold them all in as a display.
that actually looks really
I like
nice.
that. Well, it doesn't really.
So I take it you've ordered the 3, so you're going to get the case.
Yeah, I don't know what the frame's going to be like, but when it comes to these, I need my glasses on here.
So we can't see it, mate. It's all pixelated again.
Limited edition presentation 7,700, but maximum 8.5. Well, 8,000. 1982. Pity it's not 1948. That'd have been the icing on the cake, but kind of everything. But yeah, it's nice.
What year did it have on it? What?
1982.
1952, 82.
82.
Oh, it wasn't 62. That's the first date the Bond film was released.
Oh yeah, but that one probably reserved. I would have thought that one. No, 1948 would have been my collar number, so I'd have been happy with that. But
Oh, got you.
Hi, Andrew.
That's pretty cool. That.
All the bags are dated the same date. They're all
That's Facebook. I'm really up there.
actually that's New Year's Eve. I thought they were all the same day. Maybe they are.
I wouldn't mind normally.
All New Year's Eve. So
Hopefully, any Brexit. If there is Brexit's in there, mate, then you're in quids in.
yeah, definitely wants to jump on if there are Brexits, but there won't be. So this means one less to fill up the mat capacity. But
Right, so for those that are watching on Ian's channel, etc., what Steve tends to do is he hunts through the coins. He'll say what the coin is. Hopefully we'll be able to see it, but if not, then I'll repeat what it is anyway. And pretty much our aim is to try and fill the mat. Steve also likes to get at least one Olympic and one Beatrix Potter 2018 coin, ideally. And then obviously anything else that is a bonus. I'm hoping he gets more Olympics than Olympics. The best run of Olympics he's had recently is 3. And the best run on the mat was he filled the mat, which was at 24 spaces, and was over by 3. So,
Plus a foreign coin.
yeah, and 1 foreign coin, that's right. So let's hope he can beat that. So unfortunately, it is slightly pixelated again, but I think that's it changes. It does come in and out. I think it's just signal. I don't think it's your camera, mate. I think it's just
All right.
Don't make me stop a
Oh,
first one.
very first coin I've turned over is an Olympic. That's a good
Oh,
start.
it's a volleyball. That's a fantastic
Yeah.
start.
Volleyball. I'll put that straight in the middle because that's where I tend to stick my keepers. I'll swap it over.
That's fantastic. What a start.
I couldn't believe that first coin, yeah. Bit of a fluke.
Let's hope it's the start of something to come.
There's a Boris.
Okay, so that's the Johnson's Dictionary. We call it Boris, obviously, for Boris Johnson. What you'll also find with Steve is a lot of the other coin tubers, when they're doing coin hunts, keep a pile of all their coins. However, once we've got one on the mat, we tend to just chuck them away, unless it's one unless it's one that Steve is keeping. Like, for example, if he got 2 Olympics of the same, he would keep them both. I might, after this bag, mate, I might drop you in and out again, see if it does anything to the picture.
All right. Well, that bag was a duff.
I did. I haven't had a chance to have a proper look at it yet, to be honest. I've been a bit preoccupied. Oh, right. Steve, no, you've gone pixelated again. Give me 1 sec, mate.
All right. If you want, I'll drop myself out as well.
No, you're there, mate. Oh,
All right.
so
Okay.
it was unpixelated and it went pixelated again. Oh, we'll just crack on. It's fine.
I'm just gonna.
I have seen it, yes. I just haven't had a chance to read it, to be honest with you. I'll have a look at it after the stream.
Oh, little watch there in a row of commemoratives. Got Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I can see one's a Paddington at the Palace. Sorry, no, it's not. It's even that's a Roger Bannister, and it's Paddington at St Paul's.
Yep. That's one.
Steve, referees asked, what did we all think of the second game on Saturday night? The higher or lower mintage figure game. I thought it was quite difficult, but it was definitely fun. It was just, it's knowing the mintages, but it's such a random number to pick from. But yeah, it was good fun. I was quite happy that I can't remember it was that got through and got the prize. But yeah, it was okay. I know I had a go on it, but I didn't know what to do at the point. I was thinking, what do I go, higher or lower? Yeah, it was okay. What was your thoughts on it, Steve? Because you had a go on it as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. It's obviously not as engaging as the main game. The main game is the main draw, I think.
Yeah, obviously, the main game is what everyone wants.
It's because with the very first turn, people could get binned out on that one, which means you can't really get much kind of momentum up behind it. Not as if you're up to like 4 or 5 quickly, higher or lowers is quite often binning people straight out. It's probably a little bit too quick, really, to grab attention in the same way, but that's just me. Different. Psycho Cat.
Tom Kitten. It was Nanny Sue that got the prize.
Oh, God, there's Benjamin.
Benjamin. Steve really would want to throw that back, but he needs it for the mat, so he's not allowed to.
I can happily now bin all the rest, and there's another Sherlock.
They've gone perfect again now. probably the weather, mate. You said it's overcast, didn't you?
Yeah, it's very cloudy today.
No, I suppose it is a good way of involving more people in the stream, especially when you gave people like Disney a go at the end that's never been on the. Oh, there's another one Steve doesn't like, but it's got to go on the map. Taylor of Peter Rabbit. So yeah, especially giving people a go like Disney and that, I thought that was fantastic. It's the main game. The main game is the one that everybody wants to go on, just because obviously we want to win Q. Victoria Cross medals. Just to show, I got one of these from the lovely HMS due to Raftree's game, and it's a Victoria Cross map, which I think is fantastic. It's sat here with my mouth on it. So yeah, it's the first game. It's a pity that you don't sell out, because if you sold out of tickets and you had the 2 games, I think that would draw a lot more people in. Also, if you know, the first time a queue goes, I think that'll draw a lot more people in as well. Hopefully, some of Ian's viewers will also that haven't seen you before, Raftree, because I know all of our viewers have seen you, you know, a lot. We promote you a lot on ours, so hopefully some of Ian's might see you as well, and that'll be good. Higher on, so yeah. I'm fine, thanks, mate. Kate, fingers a bit sore, but she's all right. Steve, how's yourself?
Yeah, just tired. I'm just one of those kind of days which, yeah, I know you've hardly slept, you lot, but for me it feels like I can't get into my bed quick enough. But I think I'm going to sleep like a log tonight. So
I hope I sleep like a log tonight.
oh, what's yours on that?
That is, do you know, it's funny, when I was saying earlier on, Steve.
Yeah, you said obviously I won't give it back if it's
yeah, exactly that. If you remember, I said he'll throw doubles back unless he needs them, and ironically, the first double he gets happens to be a volleyball. I don't know the odds on that, mate, considering there's 29 Olympic coins, but
Olympics, yeah, wow.
I'm hoping that's one that you needed a bit more stock on, because that would be pretty cool.
I'm not too sure, but I never say no to any Olympics. So yeah, 2 Olympics, even if it's the same coin, I'm happy. As long as it's not archery, you know. I know I've got probably about 200 archery, so I certainly don't need archery. So.
Fair enough. But of course, even if it's not archery, you wouldn't throw it back because it's still.
Oh, hell no. Still an Olympic. Oh, representation of the People's Act. Not often you find one which looks kind of a bit age-worn like that one. Normally they're a lot more gleamy.
The one that's on that pile there, mate.
Yeah, that's it. I was just swapping it with that one. Yeah, that's how they normally look. Again, that was a bit fluky as well.
Okay, can you please turn that down a little bit, love?
Another Taylor Peter Rabbit. And there's Paddington.
The Palace. Now, some people say that the Paddington at the Palace may have an error on it because of the crisp packet, etc. You've got one that is shiny. And there's a tower.
So.
Yeah, so people count that as an error. Steve and myself just think it's just a little bit of extra, well, it's just an extra bit of dye, to be honest with you.
It's just a blob. It's just a defect as opposed to an error coin. I think an error coin for me is when you've got a coin which is like the 2008 20 pence, which has the wrong back on it, so it's got no date on it, so it's a mule coin. I consider things like that a bit more. Or like now we've recently found out with the Skull and Rose where you've got the wrong inscription on the edge milling, which relates to the World War I as opposed to the Shakespeare quote. These are what I consider, and I think most collectors consider to be error coins. Not because it's got a bit of a blob from the minting process.
That's a nice one. EEC stars.
And it joins me on to the second half of the map.
It certainly does. Lorna asked me to put the link up for Raftree, so I've done that.
Okay.
That's
I'm second half of the map, so that's not bad going, actually. Many I've struggled to do that. So
Steve. Luke, I don't know, has asked which one do you think is going to be rarer, or do we think is going to be rarer? Team
I think they're going to
Tower
be similar. I reckon they'll be about 5 million each again. I don't think there'll be much difference between them. I think the ones that definitely go for are the ones which are the scarcest to find in change, which is the Palace and the Station. Paddington Station seems to be the lowest mintage of them all, and I'll be amazed if the Tower or St Paul's is a lower mintage than either of the 2018 ones.
The one that I found the most of at one point was the St Paul's, but then just recently it's been more Tower.
Now, there's a Tower just to
Tower,
emphasise.
But the Station is the one that I find the least of.
Yeah,
and that when if you remember, and I was doing when I could get change, I used to get them from the post office, and our mate that was giving me at the post office, I got bags, and I mean bags of the Paddington at the Palace, but I didn't get any bags of Paddington at the Tower. That's at the station.
The seems to have gone down.
yeah. I think what for everybody?
Yeah, it's gone down to seven watches. I wonder why that's happened.
You're coming to watch it go cry.
No.
Got 9 now. Is it when you say stream? I mean, the picture's gone or what?
No, your picture's absolutely spot on, mate. Our viewers have just suddenly dropped from 20 odd to 9. And I think that's because your stream is actually physically gone. So let me just check it on my phone and see if yours is still there.
Yeah.
Because obviously most people tend to watch our streams on your channel, don't they? Because you remember when we first started, we used to
Yeah,
say,
Ron's just put on there. My stream's dropped out.
yeah, I can see Ian's, I can see Hannah's. I can't see my own, I never can. But I definitely can't see yours.
Well, I'm gonna have a look. That seems bizarre. That's never happened before.
It has gone.
It's probably some plonker has done what they've done to me and Hannah a number of times and said it contains something it doesn't.
Content was removed due to a violation of our community guidelines.
There we go. That means someone has done what they've done to me a few times and done to Hannah a few times. They've been a total and utter knob. I'm not going to mix my words. Whoever it was has been a knob. Simple as that.
They are very sad.
It's rather annoying.
Sad, pathetic individual that shouldn't be on this planet.
Anyway, it looks like we're on Facebook still, and there's people coming across to watch us, obviously, possibly on Hannah's, mine, or Ian's. What do you want to do, Stevie? Do you want to quickly end it and restart it?
Whichever individual it is, I hope you're going to flush your head down the toilet and get it.
Steve?
You have to run down the road.
2 seconds.
You probably won't come because of COVID.
Oh, you're arguing the toss. Got ya.
Yeah, I was just putting on there. I've done nothing wrong at all. Malicious please investigation the person who made the report.
Do you want me to end and restart it?
Well, they could just do the same again, couldn't they?
They could. However, we also then put notifications out to everybody again that we're live, and it might get viewers up even higher.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. Right, everybody. We'll be back on in literally about 30 or 40 seconds. I'll end it and create another one, and we'll catch you in a few minutes. We'll carry on from where we've left off, and let's hope that Steve fills that map plus a lot more. So please come back to us in a few minutes, and we'll jump back on. Well, literally in a few seconds. I'll end it and start again.